Hey folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this little fella right here that goes with this big fella right here. So we're looking at Sensei's Path, the new expansion for Onitama. And it basically comes with 16 cards in it. So I'm going to show you all the cards so that you see what they look like. Then we'll come back for my final thoughts in just a few moments. If you don't know how to play Onitama, we have done a review of it, and we can show you how to play it in that other video, so I suggest you go check that out. We're just going to focus on the new cards on this one, though, so let's get to it. So as you can see here, Sensei's Path is basically just more cards for you to use in your Onitama base set to provide more variability, more replayability, and so forth and so on. It comes with 16 cards, 14 of which are brand new cards that have yet to have been released. The two that have been released are the Phoenix and the Turtle, which have been available in a promo pack type form for quite some time now. But as you can see, you have basically 8 different sets of 2 cards that basically mirror each other. So for example, the fox and the dog, they mirrored each other. The panda and the bear, they mirror each other, and so forth and so on. Now, what I thought was really cool, these are probably my 2 favorite cards out of the entire set because they offer wider range of movement, I guess you could say. The giraffe here has the real funky knight-like move from chess, and the Kirin here also has a very knight-like move in that you're going 2 spaces up and 1 space over. Here you're going 1 space up and 2 spaces over, or 2 spaces back over here on the Kirin and 1 space back for the giraffe. But those are definitely my favorite ones. But they also have a very cool angular effect, I guess you could say. A lot of these cards have, you're coming at them from the sides or from a diagonal aspect. There's very few head-on attacks on these cards. And I thought that was also pretty cool too. And then finally you have these other 3 combinations of mirroring cards. You have the sable and the otter mirroring each other, and here you can see that angular approach that I was talking about just a few seconds ago. But all of these have a very angular approach, but these are the few cards that do have that single forward attack, but you really have to be up close and personal in order to have that take effect. I was able to use them to win a game, one of these very close, but it took some work getting there. So this expansion probably lends itself more to setting yourself up, but I mean, that's part of the game, period. But it just has a different feel. These cards have a slightly different feel than many of the other ones that are in the Onitama base set, but it's basically the same kind of fare here, and there's no real surprises, just another neat way to look at strategizing within the game. So that is Sensei's Path from Onitama. Now, I have to say on the onset that this is one of my favorite abstract strategy games to play. I love the card-driven nature of it, where you're basically using only 5 cards per game, and you literally, if you get beat, you literally gave your opponent the moves that they were able to use to beat you. So you have nobody to blame but yourself. So with all that being said, I was really looking forward to having a pretty knock it out of the park expansion. And when we opened the box and found out that this is all that came in it was some new cards, on top of that, 2 of them were ones that have already been available, so you only got 14 cards that were new. I was very underwhelmed with this expansion. I thought that there was so many different things that they could have done. They could have given maybe some special powers to the senseis. They could have, I don't know, maybe a different shaped board so it's not just a square. I don't know, it just seems to me like there could have been an endless number of possibilities that could have been used for an expansion. The box is cool. I thought it was a great looking box. I like, I like the clasp boxes that are becoming popular now. But just 16 new cards was not what I was expecting from this list. I mean, from this expansion. I mean, not that they're bad. The cards are good, and it's a good addition. But that's it. That's all that there is. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10 because I do enjoy the new cards. The two that I showed you, the Kieran and the Giraffe. I really enjoy those cards. I like the movement and the range of movement that they have. I like the more angular design in these cards that I think is prevalent. But man, they could have done so much better. And for the price point, man, just 16 new cards. This is more like a promo pack than it is anything else. So I was really, really underwhelmed. I really enjoy the game, and I'm glad they came out with this, but they could have done so much more and probably not have had to change the price hardly at all for the expansion. So I have to say that this is kind of a meh review because I think they could have done a lot better. It's okay for what it is, but I think the price point really puts this at the point where you really have to think, do I really want or do I really need 16 more cards to add to the replayability? I mean, I'm only using 5 cards a game to begin with. Definitely try before you buy. And hey, that's it. We'll see you guys on the flip side.